All right, guys, welcome back to the Macphee Ford YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about Ford Raptors. Now, if you guys are unfamiliar with what the Raptor is, Ford Raptor is the off-road pickup truck from Ford Performance. Now, this thing is specifically built to go off-road. It's designed to be the most capable off-road pickup truck on the market. It has been ever since 2009, since Ford released it, and many companies have tried to beat the Raptor, but the Raptor still remains king in the off-road pickup truck market. Macphee Ford is the only dealership in the Maritimes, the only Ford dealership in the Maritimes that sells the Ford Raptor. We have the SVT contract, so that means the Raptor and Shelby, anything Ford Performance. So we're going to get into this Raptor today. We're going to show you guys what actually separates this from the regular F-150, what demands the premium over the price of a regular F-150, and we're going to get it on the road and we're going to drive it, and then we're going to give you guys kind of some feedback on what the Raptor feels like on and off the road. So let's, without further ado, guys, let's get into it. So everybody, starting with the front end of the Raptor, obviously compared to a regular F-150, you can tell it's a little bit different. We have this honeycomb grille with the big black Ford writing. Gone is the little Ford oval. It makes the truck stand out a little bit more, makes it look a little bit more aggressive. Up in the top here, we have the orange LED running lights. Makes the truck look really aggressive at night. As you can tell, just by looking down the side of the truck here, the Raptor is actually 7 inches wider than a regular F-150. You can tell here it's got the big flared fenders both front and back. We'll get into the back a little bit later. It's got the painted bumper here to kind of offset with the blue. And you got your big boy tires. These are your 35-inch off-road tires. These tires are one of the greatest tires you can get for off-road driving. The BF Goodrich KO2 Baja Champions. They're 315/75/17. Pretty good off-road, really good off-road tires, sorry. And moving down to the side, guys, we have these functional air vents. A lot of manufacturers put air vents on cars just to make it look kind of cool. Normally they're fake. Ford actually uses this to expel air coming out of the wheel wells to give the truck better aerodynamics while you're driving on the highway and to get better fuel mileage. Also on the hood, you have your functional hood vent for heat extraction. Extracts hot engine air from the engine bay. Coming along the side, you have your bespoke Ford Raptor running boards. These are actually your aluminum running boards. They're finished in kind of the same kind of bed liner material. They'll stand up the test of time. These things are really durable, and they give you better grip when you're getting in and out of the truck. They're not your chrome running boards, get a little slippery or something like that. Nah, these things are really grippy. Lots of grip there. Coming around to the back now, again, 35-inch tires. But what separates the Ford Raptor from every other pickup truck? Now, your regular pickup trucks have your regular coil suspension in the front and your leaf springs in the rear with your shocks. That's pretty normal with pickup trucks, right? The Ford Raptor has the Fox Racing live valve shocks. Now, this truck has 14 inches of suspension travel up and down. So that means you can go off some crazy off-roading trails. You can even take this thing off jumps without having it bottom out like a regular F-150 or a regular pickup truck. Now, some people might think, oh, the Ford Raptor is just an off-road package. No. The off-road package on Ford is the FX4. This truck is bespoke. It's designed to do one purpose and one purpose only, and that is to be the king of off-road driving. And you know, with your 35-inch tires, your flared fenders, your Fox Racing shocks, this thing has 7 different drive modes, but we'll get into that a little bit later on when we get into the interior. This truck is built to be the off-road champion, and since it came out in 2009, it's reigned supreme. So let's get into the engine now. Previous generation Raptor from 2009 to 2014, before they refreshed it in 2015, came with the 6.2-liter naturally aspirated V8. Now that engine, guys, you're going to ask me, I'm a V8 guy. The naturally aspirated V8 sounds amazing. But gone now is the V8, and it's replaced by the 3.5-liter high-output EcoBoost V6. So we'll pop the hood, we'll show you guys what's under the hood here, and we'll go from there. So coming inside, just pop the hood. All right, so under the hood is, like I mentioned, guys, the 3.5-liter high-output V6. This shares some lineage with the Ford GT supercar. Although that makes 600 plus horsepower. This makes 450 horsepower and 500 foot-pounds of torque. We'll definitely demonstrate that when we get it out on the road and drive it. This truck has some serious speed to it, serious power, and you can definitely tell that it's rocking some serious power underneath your right foot. But yeah, this truck for V6, it actually sounds really good. It's got a performance exhaust on it from the factory. It's got with selectable drive mode. So if you're in normal mode, the truck is really quiet, but if you're in sport mode, the exhaust actually open up and gives it a little bit more sound. So you sound a little bit more aggressive driving down the road and stuff. And if you're like me, like, you know, loud stuff, performance, high performance stuff, this truck is definitely going to suit you guys. So that's pretty much going to do it for the outside of the Raptor. I think we covered pretty much everything off that separates the Raptor on the outside, along with the engine and suspension. So let's get inside and let's show you guys where the money is really spent on the Raptor, and that's the interior quality. So let's get into it. So starting with the seats, guys. Not all Ford Raptors have these seats, but this is the higher trim one. This is the highest package you can spec on a Ford Raptor. So you have your blue Alcantara inserts on your Recaro bucket seats. If you guys don't know what Recaro is, it's an Italian seat manufacturer. Recaro seats come in the Ford Mustang GT performance packages, the Shelbys, you know, your Ferraris, Lamborghinis, everything like that, Porsches, they all use Recaro bucket seats. And these are really nice and bolstered seats, but they're not too aggressive. You know, some sports seats are really aggressive. They hug you too much. You know, I'm a bigger guy, you know, 6'4". This truck really, really fits me really well. And this truck has also really nice touches on the inside too. So it's not just aesthetics and off-road capabilities, but like you notice inside here, you have your carbon fiber. You have your carbon fiber on the shift knob, on the door panels. This truck is really well put together. And you guys, if you guys are familiar with the top trim F-150s, your Platinums, your Limiteds, your King Ranches, most of the stuff in here will look familiar. You have your Sync 3 system. We'll just fire the truck up here. Bring Sync 3 to life. We've been over this before in plenty of our videos. You know, this truck has Ford Pass. You can remote start it from anywhere in the world. We'll link that video below if you want to look up how to set that up. You know, it's pretty responsive to your touch. Sync 3 is probably one of my favorite systems. I've used pretty well every other system manufacturers are coming out with nowadays. So Sync 3 is probably my favorite, and I'm not being biased there. I just like the user friendliness of it. This truck, and this guy's is fully loaded, so it's got your heated and cooled seats, dual zone climate control. You know, you have your upfitter switches up here, so you can hook up whatever you'd like, plows, light bars, horns, winches, anything like that. Down below on the bottom there, guys, something cool when you're stepping into the truck is the Ford Performance kick plate. Now you get into a regular F-150, doesn't really say anything, it's just plastic. Ford wanted to make something a little bit special, so they put the Ford Performance kick plate. So you know you're getting into something a little more performance oriented. Something else that definitely demonstrates the performance orientation of this truck is your 12 o'clock stripe. Here, we'll show you guys this here. So this is just your red leather stripe on the top of the steering wheel. This makes you guys know, so if you're on a trail or anything like that, that you know exactly where your wheels are pointing at all times. And one of the big differences between the regular 3.5 liter EcoBoost V6 in the F-150 versus the Raptor is obviously with the transmission. So this has got the 10-speed transmission out of the regular F-150, but it's got these nice shift paddles. Some manufacturers use cheap plastic, crappy kind of shift paddles that don't really feel nice. They're going to break over time. These are nice aluminum shift paddles. They're really solid, feel really nice. So if you want to change the gears with the paddles, definitely recommend it. Now this truck has different drive modes. So to use that, you actually hit the button on the steering wheel here to shift the drive modes. And we have a whole bunch of them. So we have your, change the 4x4. So you have your slippery mode for when it's wet outside or slippery, your tow mode, sport mode, normal, deep snow and sand, Baja, and rock crawl. So this truck can pretty much go anywhere. You have your adaptive cruise control, memory seating, blind spot detection. And this truck, this is fully loaded. This has every option you can spec on an F-150, and that's why it demands the $97,000 price. I know it's kind of expensive for most people, but the people that are going to buy this are definitely going to be looking for the more creature comforts and the off-road capabilities. So without further ado, guys, that's going to do it with the Raptor. Oh, forgot to mention, this thing has a panoramic sunroof. Not a lot of trucks even have sunroofs, let alone panoramic sunroofs, so that's kind of a nice touch with the F-150 Raptor. Now, that's not specific to the Raptor. You can get that on the King Ranch, Platinums, Limiteds, and so on. But that's going to do it for the interior, guys. Without further ado, let's get on the road, and let's see how this thing drives. So we'll join us later here. We'll go out and we'll take this out for a spin. All right, guys, so driving the Ford Raptor. We just pulled out of the dealership here, heading up Baker Drive, and you know, for an F-150 that's got the big mud tires on it, the off-road suspension, and so on, this truck drives really smooth, really compliant on road. Right now I'm in comfort mode. I'm going to switch up to sport. We'll put in sport mode just so the exhaust opens up. Maybe we can hear a little bit there. Now one thing right off the bat you can tell is right underneath your right foot in the gas pedal, there's a lot of power. More than you can expect. I'm just rolling under it here. Yeah, this truck, you can definitely feel that it's got some power to it. Again, 450 horsepower, 500 foot-pounds of torque. When we get up onto the highway here, onto the on-ramp, we'll do a little acceleration run. I'm not going to break the speed limit or anything like that. Make sure everything's nice and safe. There's no cars in front of us or anything like that. The truck is fully loaded, so you got air-conditioned seats, heated steering wheel, adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, forward collision warning, blind spot detection. This truck pretty much has it all. We'll just drop it down into manual mode here. Here's the paddle shifters. These feel really great to drive with. We'll run here. Yeah, for a big truck, no, it's definitely quick. That was 20 to 80 and, you know, about as fast as you would ever need, especially out of a pickup truck. Alright guys, so we're just back on the highway here, back on the circ. We're going to head back to the dealership now. That's going to do it for our driving review. I just wanted to give you guys a quick little overview what the Raptor feels like to drive. Definitely we can't take this off-road. It's a brand new vehicle, so can't be doing that. But if one that comes in on the used lot, we might do an off-road review just to show what they drive like off-road. We did the on-road testing. We might do an off-road testing soon. So, all right, guys, we're gonna get back to the dealership here, and yeah. All right, guys, so we just parked the Raptor up here. We're gonna wrap up the video. That's gonna do it for today, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video. We will see you in the next one, guys. Take care.